Welcome to TradeTheMBI.com and a brief review of the week. We'll go through a couple of stocks if we can for the overall week and the dot alerts. And this is Apple from a 10-minute standpoint, and we can look at some later time frames and some future ones. But it's always helpful to have a general idea, and this also should assist in helping you make better entries with using the dot alerts. So we ended up with this red dot in green trend. Now that's a perfect one because it started out the day with that setup. Now I particularly like in red trend when we get a buy signal to look for a discount to enter for the pop. Well, just the opposite when it's a green trend, red dot short, and in this particular case you would have gotten a nice entry on the move back up, which would have allowed you to capture not only the full gain, probably still would have been in it even right at the close of this setup where we ended up with the long. And this was a very interesting one because I posted this live as it was happening. We ended up with a series of buy signals that came across here, and I recommend that you have the ability to do at least 3 entries using the dot alerts because it becomes very effective, not necessarily from a cost averaging standpoint, but from isolating individual trades. Our expectancy is somewhere in the mid 60% range win rate, and this will allow you to actually capture greater wins, not to mention utilizing the technique of looking for the discounts both in red trend as well as when shorting in the green trend. But we came across here and we went past 6 bars without having achieved the target. And I warn people that at that particular point, you've lost the momentum that these traders are looking for. And they're both on a momentum as well as they're on an accumulation. Now, if we were looking at a 78-minute chart, would be no big deal that we went this length because they'll want to acquire over time without looking suspicious. But in a 10-minute, they're going to be looking for a little bit quicker. And so I was recommending at this point to start looking for an exit, in which case, you would have been profitable on 2 of the 3 and probably break even on the last one after having won the short. And sure enough, we came down with a little bit of a dip. We got orange dot. This one was successful coming across over here. Likewise, red trend in this particular setup. Looking for a discount. If you got the discount, came across, you never got fulfillment on this as the day ended. I usually like to be out of it at the end of the day, even if there's a signal. That becomes just a personal preference. Began the next day, which was Tuesday, with a green dot buy, and again you'd want to be looking for your discount coming back. This would have allowed you to have been somewhere close to a break even on some of these pops, but this orange dot that came in secondarily, it had its target hit, even if this one was a little higher, so it depended on whether or not you followed that 1/3 discount. And that's easy enough. You just take your high and low, and you take the difference, and in this case it was about $3, so a little bit over. So you're looking for at least a full $1 discount into your buy entry. And as you can see, we came across red dot within red trend, so you're not necessarily looking for a discount in that particular case. Price went against you for a little bit, and then you got a gray dot right at this particular point for an additional short. Now you see that there was a buy entry here, but we never reached our short target, so you have to stay with the trade that you're in. And as you can see coming across, price continued to fade, still hadn't reached our target until we got right down about here, and that was perfect. So those became winners. Turn around with the orange dot buy, that became an easy win. Moving along, orange dot buy again, then you ended up with a gray dot short signal. And the day ended with this particular setup. So green dot on this particular down bar, you're looking at roughly $6. So that's a $2 discount that you're looking for to place your entry at, and want to trail from there going down. And you can see that price just continued to cascade, and after 6 bars you really have to negate that overall setup, so you really wouldn't have even entered this green dot long. Then you ended up with red dot shorts and secondarily red dot shorts, and you can see that price really cascaded. This is the current setup as it is right now, and you can see that we ended up with a green dot and ended up moving down for a slight discount within that, and propelled up. Unfortunately, this becomes, now I can mark that as a no-go on that short red dot trade setup there, and it's currently in this gray dot as it is now. So that's Apple. We'll take a look at some of the others.